Golden Boy Boxing on ESPN is presented by Tecate, the official beer of boxing. And it's brought to you by Hennessy. Never stop, never settle. Look at how beautiful this is, the Grand Oasis Resort Casino in Cancun, Mexico. Beautiful golf course someday. Maybe I'll tear up one of those greens. But for right now, we are inside the Poliforum Benito Juarez in Cancun, Mexico, ready for our first fight of the evening, which features Vergil Ortiz, who's only 19 years old. He's a knockout artist facing Brazilian Evandro Cavalheiro, who's 34 years old. Height advantage, but the reach is similar for both of these fighters, but over 4 times more rounds fought from the Brazilian in his professional career compared to Vergil Ortiz. Mark Frido's in the center of the ring, ready to present tonight's fight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to beautiful Cancun, Mexico, and the Poliforum Benito Juarez. This is Golden Boy Boxing on ESPN. Buenas noches, damas y caballeros, y bienvenidos a Cancún, México, y Poliforum Benito Juárez para boxeo con Golden Boy Promotions, Cancún Boxing de Pepe Gomez, ESPN y ESPN Deportes. This next bout is scheduled for 8 rounds in the super lightweight division. It's brought to you by Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions in association with Pepe Gomez Cancun Boxing, and presented by Tecate, the official beer of boxing. Hennessy, never stop, never settle. Ford, Cojudec, Gobierno del Estado de Quintana Roo. Oasis, Oasis loves you. Riviera Maya, paradise is forever. Check out rivieramaya.com. And Mexico, a world of its own. Visit mexico.com. The judges for this contest are Miguel Morin, Samuel Cantum, and Luis Bustamante. And controlling the action at the sound of the bell, the referee in charge is Celestino Castro. And now, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 138.4 pounds. He owns a professional record with 9 victories, 3 defeats, 5 wins coming by way of knockout. Wearing black with green and hailing from Blumenau, Santa Catarina, Brazil. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, Evandro Chapa Cavalheiro. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent fights out of the red corner. He weighed in at 139.6 pounds. His undefeated professional record consists of 7 bouts, 7 victories, all 7 coming by way of knockout. Wearing black with gold this evening and representing Dallas, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, Vergil Ortiz Jr.
Al centro, jóvenes. Al centro. Ok. Buenas noches. Se aplicará la regla, ¿eh? Cuidado con las cabezas, cuidado con los golpes de la nuca, cuidado con los riñones, golpes bajos. Hagan la pelea limpia. Choque sus guantes y ganen mejor.
Ready to start the action here this evening from Cancun, Mexico, alongside Bernard Hopkins. I'm Bernardo Osuna. And what do you expect from Vergil Ortiz, a man who is yet to see the 4th round as a pro?
I expect him to go out with the same mentality, the same energy that he done for the last 7 fights. Look for a knockout. I don't think he's going to get it as easy as he might think he is if he's thinking that way, but I think he's just going to go by his last few fights where he worked off the jab and he looked for an opportunity to strike.
Evandro Cavalheiro fought just 20 days ago, was stopped in what he said was a short or a quick stoppage. He says, I wasn't punished, but big right hand to the top of the head, and down goes Evandro Cavalheiro.
This fight is over because this is a good short shot behind the ear.
Yeah, but he said, the referee said it was to the back of the head, and it may be an illegal punch. So we'll see what they end up deciding here in Cancun, Mexico. They have 5 minutes. They've given Evandro Cavalheiro 5 minutes to recover. We'll have to take a look at it once again.
I think it was a good punch. I don't think it was behind the head. You know, he threw it right near the ear, right here. If you look at, well, we didn't see it. They're going to show it again on the replay, I'm pretty sure. He didn't throw any there, but they're going to show it again in the first right here.
Touchdown. It was on the ear, behind the ear. It wasn't to the back of the head. You called it perfectly. It was a perfectly placed shot. And that's where, well, the referee, he's deducting a point. He's deducting a point as we see the replay right now from Vergil Ortiz. And that's just, that is a WBC rule, actually. The WBC has a rule that states that if you hit behind the head, that they deduct the point automatically. It seems that Evandro Cavalheiro can continue. The doctor will make that determination.
Well, that's if he want to continue, because first of all, I think it wasn't behind the head. If you look at the replay, I think it was by the eardrum, maybe the temple part, or both. And I think it just knocked his equilibrium off. But I don't think it was back at the head. I think it was more on the side of the temple. So I don't know the rule in the WBC, but I believe he's on the side.
He's asking him where he is, the doctor. What day is today? Follow my finger. I'm following it. Is he milking it, Biha?
I don't know if he's milking it, but I just see that the punch was not illegal. I mean, you know, he got hit with a good punch, but I don't believe the punch wasn't a foul behind the head. I think it was on the side of the temple.
Let's listen in. How are you? He's not following as we take a look at the shot. The fans are getting into it with
now watch the shot, right there.
Well, that one looked like it was to the back of the ear.
I think it was on a high right by the ear, but on top of the head. The back of the head is in back of the head. That is right, like on the top of the head, near the temple.
The second replay, you see it right above the ear to the back of the head. It's not the neck area. It's the back of the head, which is still good. He's very dazed. He's confused. I mean, it should be an 8th knockout for Vergil Ortiz, but the doctor's not going to allow it to continue. The fight is waved off, and now the question is, are they going to call it a disqualification? Or are they going to call it a no contest?
Well, Bernardo, you look, when he threw the right hand, he turned his head away from the punch. So I don't look at it as an intentional.
Right.
When you're in there with a guy and you throw a right hand and he turns to give you the side of his head, he gives you the side of his head, the head instead of his face, I don't think it should be Junior's fault.
It's not Vergil Ortiz Jr.'s fault, but we did get to see what we expected. Devastating power. I mean, it was a shot that landed and immediately put Evandro Cavalheiro down. And you see the frustration from Joel Diaz and Vergil Ortiz, because they came here to win. They came to make a statement here in Cancun, and I think they did, but you can see the lack of response from Evandro Cavalheiro. He's not responsive at all.
So what was the result as far as the referee disqualification or no contest?
That's what we're going to have to see. Even Mark Frado, our ring announcer, is going to check out what the rules are here in Cancun, but
this is going to be very interesting.
It's going to be a no contest, because there was
it didn't go past 3 rounds, I believe.
An illegal punch, and it didn't go past 4 rounds. So
4 rounds,
it'll be a no contest. I think it's unfortunate for Vergil Ortiz, because he should be improving to 8-0 with 8 knockouts, but that appears to not be the case. I think they're actually looking at it right now and reviewing it with the commission. They're taking a look. Please, if you roll the tape on the replay, the commission will look at this tape, and please, in the truck, roll it now so they can take a look at it. That's one. The second time you see the replay, you can see how he turns. We're going to take another look at it. The commission is taking a look at it, and B-Hop is telling him exactly what happened. It was to the side of the head. It depends on the angle, which one of the 3 replays you look at. That determines where the shot was. The first one looks like it's the back of the head. The second one looks like it was right on target, and the third one looks like it's a good shot.
Away from the punch. Turned away from the punch.
So the boxer in B-Hop is also the promoter in B-Hop, is also the analyst in B-Hop. So they're going to turn it into a technical knockout, it appears. There was no way that Evandro Cavalheiro was able to continue any longer, so it will be a TKO victory for Vergil Ortiz Jr. It's an unfortunate situation, but it was corrected properly by the commission here in Cancun, Mexico. So they got it right, B-Hop. Finally, replay created
Showed
the
everything. I mean, I believe I mentioned earlier, I'm going to let you go, kind of ready to announce it. He turned away from the right hand, which made Junior throw the punch that was going to deliver one way or the other, and he turned away from it.
All right, we're going to go to break, and when we return, we will have the official decision particulars.
Good call. Good call. He turned away.
Presidente de la Comisión de Box. All right, we're back here in Cancun, Mexico with some confusion, but in the end, we ended up having what would have been a no contest reverted. And B-Hop, explain what happened.
Well, it seemed like right now, if you look at it, he throwing a Cruz Jr. is throwing the right hand. And when he threw the right hand, you've seen his opponent turn and sort of try to get away from the punch, which land on top of the forehead, right by the top of the ear, not the back of the head. But it was more because he turned away from the punch, and when he turned away from the punch, it landed on top of the head. And the only way you can see it if you see the punch in an angle now, right there. He's crouched over, he sees the punch coming, and he turned away from the punch. To me, right there, that's a knockout.
And I think what helped Vergil Ortiz, the fact that he didn't land that last punch, but you could see how disoriented Evandro Cavalheiro was. The doctor here from the Cancun Boxing Commission immediately stepped in and he said he's disoriented, and Vergil Ortiz made his case, you made your case, and Instant Replay made the case for the Boxing Commission to change this. We'll go to the center of the ring with Mark Fratto with the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, based on information from the ringside doctor, the referee in charge, Celestino Castro, called for a halt to the contest. Your official time, 21 seconds in round number 1. Your winner by TKO, still undefeated from Dallas, Texas, Vergil Ortiz Jr.
All right, so Vergil Ortiz does as expected, improves to 8-0 with 8 knockouts, proves that he's got concussive power once again. And this young man from Dallas, Texas comes in here and makes quick work of Evandro Cavalheiro with the first punch of the fight. A controversial punch at that, and so we've enlisted the services of Feliceo Gonzalez, who is the president of the Cancun Boxing Commission, to explain to us how this decision was changed. Señor Feliceo Gonzalez, ¿cómo fue que se tomó la determinación de cambiar la decisión después de lo que pareció fue un golpe ilegal y se demostró que no fue?
Bueno, nosotros ya tenemos tiempo trabajando con la repetición, la traemos desde hace varios años y yo creo que lo más justo era irse a la repetición para checar si efectivamente fue un golpe en la nuca o fue un golpe en el pariental, que así lo vimos y así se dio. Inmediatamente integramos un panel con el señor José Mansur y el médico y se checó.
Mr. Gonzalez says that in the Cancun Boxing Commission, they've been working with instant replay for a few years now, and so immediately they wanted to see the replay and determine whether it was a punch to the back of the head, as they originally thought it was, or whether it was to the parietal lobe behind the ear. And once they got a panel together of 3 or 4 people, they made the determination, and the correct determination, B-Hop, that it was a legal blow.
And this is a lesson for the states in America, our boxing, Bernardo, which we do most of our color commentating at. Take a page out of this, like the NBA and the NFL. This is a clear example that sometimes we can get it wrong, we can miss something. The replay showed the legitimacy of this decision.
All right, Mr. Gonzalez, where was the punch landed, and what would have been the decision had you not decided to revert the situation? ¿Dónde conectó el golpe y qué hubiese sido la decisión en caso de que se hubiera visto que fue detrás de la cabeza el golpe?
Bueno, si hubiera sido detrás de la cabeza, tendríamos que haberle metido un no contest porque nuestro reglamento está contemplado. Él ya no puede seguir por la decisión del médico y del referee y le metimos un no contest. Pero como no fue en esa área, entonces la pelea tiene que ser un knockout técnico.
This fight became a technical knockout because in our rules it states that if it is a punch behind the head that causes the fighter not to be able to continue, as was determined by the doctor on call here in Cancun, then it would have had to be a no contest. But fortunately, we were able to see the replays and we were able to make the correct determination that Vergil Ortiz deserved the victory by knockout. So once again, Vergil Ortiz, the winner. We want to thank Feliceo Gonzalez for joining us here. Thank you for clearing the situation up. And once again, Bernard Hopkins said it best. Everyone should take a page out of this. If you've got instant replay available and you can fix something that was in doubt, then you should do that. When we return, Alexis Rocha will take on Pascual Salgado in another fight between power punchers.